Good afternoon, students. In previous class, we have seen introduction about basic concepts of chemistry. Okay. Now, just a small little bit I will recall the last completed class. Now, up to Frederick Waller discovery, remaining scientists they thought that organic compounds cannot be prepared in laboratory because they have vital force which cannot be prepared artificially. Like that, they gave the explanation. That force, the theory was called vital force theory. Okay, but at once Frederick Waller discovered urea. Actually, urea is an organic compound which is prepared from living organisms only, naturally. Okay, then what Frederick Waller has done, he prepared that urea artificially in the laboratory. So at once one organic compound is discovered, synthesized in the laboratory. Is it okay, no? One organic compound is synthesized in the laboratory by using artificial techniques. Then remaining scientists they understood that vital force theory is wrong. Okay, so no vital force theory, vital force is present in living organisms. How these inorganic compounds are existed? In the same way, organic compounds are also existed. There is no difference. Covalent bonds, here also covalent bonds. If any ionic bonds are present in that inorganic compound, same like that here also we have ionic bonds. No? Like that coordinate covalent bonds here also. There is no separate theory to explain the bond in organic chemistry. Like that they came to one conclusion, and here onward, after completion of that synthesis of urea by Frederick Waller, remaining scientists they have started the researches and they have discovered so many compounds of carbon artificially. So every time no need to depend on nature. If you want to get formic acid, no? That every time we no need to kill the red ants, all these things. Okay, that formic acid can be prepared artificially in the laboratory also. That is the theory which proved that vital force theory was wrong, and it leads to this development of organic chemistry highly, and now we have these many drugs. Okay, for everything we are getting drug. That is nothing but organic compound only. Because of this discovery only, artificially organic compounds we are able to prepare. Otherwise, we will think that organic compounds can be prepared, not prepared, cannot be prepared. They can be extracted only. In that view only we will be there. But now we have 3 million compounds regarding only organic compounds. That is because of this Frederick Waller, father of organic chemistry we will say. Frederick Waller is the father of organic chemistry. Okay, ma'am. This is about last completed class, and what about that vital force theory. I hope you understood, everyone. Today we will continue the concept by explaining the structures of some molecules of basic molecules of carbon. Okay, let us see them. First, structure of methane. Methane is an organic compound. Okay, formula of methane is CH4. What is the formula of methane? CH4. Now, central atom carbon. Electronic configuration of carbon directly I am writing in excited state. Electronic configuration of carbon directly I am writing in excited state. Then we can write it as 1s2, 2s1, 2p3. Then one s orbital and 3p orbitals will undergo hybridization. That hybridization is called sp3 hybridization. Okay. Number of number of atomic orbitals involved in hybridization 4. So we will get 4 hybrid orbitals. Those 4 hybrid orbitals with less repulsion force will be arranged in which shape? Tetrahedral. Contains 1 unpaired electron. Hydrogens are aligned in the direction of orbitals. And finally, we will get the structure of CH4 as tetrahedral, bond angle 109 degrees 28 minutes. Bond angle 109 degrees 28 minutes. Bond length 1.54 angstroms. Which bond length? Carbon-carbon bond length. Sorry, here carbon-carbon is not there. Sorry for this one. Okay, see this one information all of you. Structure of methane, formula CH4. Okay, methane is a gas because between methane and methane molecules we have weakest van der Waals forces. Because of the weakest van der Waals forces, methane is present in the form of gas at room temperature. Last, we have seen in chemical bond that hydrogen bond importance. In that weakest intermolecular force is van der Waals force only. Okay, as intermolecular force is present here, that is van der Waals force, methane is the gas at room temperature. Next, carbon electronic configuration I wrote. This is the structure of CH4. Name tetrahedral, bond angle 109 degrees 28 minutes. This is the known information for us, as we have already learnt in chemical bond. First we have started with the example, this one only, CH4 explanation. Okay, that's a little bit fast, I have completed the structure. Next, important molecules, we will go through slowly. Okay, those are, next molecule is ethane. Ethane formula C2H6. We will see that one. Before that, this one already known to you, definitely. Okay, the central carbon will undergo sp3 hybridization. Central carbon will undergo sp3 hybridization. Contains 4 sigma bonds, shape tetrahedral. Okay, bond angle 109 degrees 28 minutes. This is about information regarding CH4. Next, immediately we will go through next molecule, that is structure of ethane. Ethane formula is C2H6. By seeing the formula, how can we get the name idea? That one, everything in nomenclature we will see. Nomenclature means naming of organic compounds. After completion of the structures, some more concepts will be there. After that we will start IUPAC nomenclature only. At that time it will be more clear how to give the name of the compound. Easily, after completion of the concept, easily you can give names of organic compounds. Okay, ma'am. Now, let us see how we are going to draw the structure of ethane. Okay. Ethane contains 2 carbons, 6 hydrogens. Electronic configuration of carbon, directly I am writing excited state. 1s2, 2s1, 2p3. Same way, another carbon is also there. Here, in C2H6, 2 carbons are there. Okay, another carbon electronic configuration is also same thing. 1s2, 2s1, 2p3. Two carbons. Okay. Each carbon will undergo sp3 hybridization. Each carbon will undergo sp3 hybridization. Okay. If the carbon undergoes sp3 hybridization, how many orbitals are involved in hybridization? 4. So, after hybridization also, 4 orbitals will be present. If carbon undergoes sp3 hybridization, what is the shape we can expect? That is tetrahedral, perfectly tetrahedral only. But small thing is, here 2 different CH4 molecules it is not. It is C2H6. Means between carbon and carbon we have a bond. Okay, how we can explain that one? Let us see. With the help of ball and stick model, we can see observe this one. This black colored ball, that is carbon. Imagine these are hybrid orbitals. 4 hybrid orbitals like this. It will undergo sp3 hybridization, so tetrahedral only. This is tetrahedral. Is it clear, ma? Okay. Same like this, another carbon. Observe the 2 carbons. Each carbon individually, it will undergo sp3 hybridization only. Is it correct? It is clear. Every hybrid orbital has one electron. Every hybrid orbital has one electron like this. Okay, now what is happening first? This carbon with the sp3 hybrid orbital and this carbon with sp3 hybrid orbital, they will be involved in complete overlapping like this. Sigma bond is formed, but that sigma bond is formed by the overlapping of sp3 hybrid orbital of first carbon and sp3 hybrid orbital of second carbon. In this way, between carbon and carbon single bond is there. Remaining 3 bonds and remaining 3 bonds on second carbon, first carbon, they are formed with hydrogen. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Like this, 3 hydrogens will be present here, 3 hydrogens will be present here. Between carbon and carbon, one bond is going to be formed. Okay. Now final molecule structure will be visible as, see ma, this white colored ball is hydrogen. Between carbon and carbon, bond is present, single bond. On second carbon also, we have hydrogens. See, this is the structure of ethane. Between carbon and carbon, black colored balls, one bond is present. Remaining 3 bonds, this carbon is formed with hydrogens 3. Here also 3 hydrogens. 3 plus 3, 6 hydrogens, 2 carbons, C2H6. Each carbon is assumed like one tetrahedral, surrounded by tetrahedral arrangement only. This carbon is also surrounded by tetrahedral arrangement, but 2 tetrahedrals are joined at one common bond between carbon and carbon. Okay, I will mention on board with the help of diagram. Before that, if you see this one clearly, you might have understood what about the structure of ethane, C2H6. This is the structure of ethane. This bond is formed between carbon and carbon by the overlapping of sp3 hybrid orbital of first carbon and sp3 hybrid orbital of second carbon. Okay, this bond is formed by the overlapping of sp3 hybrid orbital of carbon and s orbital of hydrogen. Same these 3 bonds as well as these 3 also. I will mention in diagram. Okay ma, we can see that one. But before that, I hope you are clear. This is the ethane molecule structure. Okay ma? Between carbon and carbon, single bond. I will show it on board. Before, let us see how to draw on board. First carbon has 4 hybrid orbitals. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, second carbon will be involved in bond with by using the sp3 hybridized orbital. Second carbon will be involved in bond. This is sigma bond formed by sp3 hybrid orbital of first carbon and sp3 hybrid orbital of second carbon. Next, 1, 2, 3. Every orbital contains one electron. These are involved in bonds with hydrogen. Like this. Now, how this bond is formed between carbon and hydrogen? That is a sigma bond only. Complete overlapping is taking place, in which it is formed by overlapping of s orbital of hydrogen and sp3 hybrid orbital of carbon. Like that, remaining 3 bonds, total remaining 6 bonds. One bond is formed by sigma overlapping sp3 hybrid orbital of first carbon and sp3 hybrid orbital of second carbon. This is the structure of ethane molecule. On board, it is not possible to draw the three-dimensional structure. That's why they are appeared as all are in plane only. But actually, like this it will be. Below the plane, above the plane, like that. Okay. This is structure of ethane molecule. Black colored balls are carbons. White colored balls are hydrogens. Okay. Both tetrahedrals are joined at one bond. Okay. That middle bond is there now. This is formed by complete overlapping, that is sigma bond between sp3 hybrid orbital of first carbon and sp3 hybrid orbital of second carbon. This is about structure of ethane. Okay, no? All of you note down carefully these structures. Between carbon and carbon, that bond is there, no? That bond length is 1.54 angstroms. Single bond length 1.54 angstroms. The data is okay, but you have to remember first how the structure will be drawn and which type of bonds are present. All are sigma only. In ethane, all are sigma, but one sigma is involved by sp3 overlapping. Remaining 6 sigma bonds are formed by overlapping of sp3 hybrid orbital of carbon and s orbital of hydrogen. Okay, this is the structure of ethane. I hope you are clear, everyone. Total ethane contains how many sigma bonds? No? 1, 2, 3. This is totally 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 sigma bonds are present in ethane. Okay. Line representation I will show. I will rub this one and I will show that line representation. C single bond C, H, H, H. This is the structure of ethane. These are all sigma bonds only. Total 7 sigma bonds are there. Okay, no? Now next structure, side heading, structure of ethene. Ethene, E-T-H-E-N-E. Okay. Other name of ethene is ethylene. Other name of ethene is ethylene, and formula is C2H4. Previous one formula is C2H6. Now this formula is C2H4. Okay, we will see the structure of ethane. Now, before that, I hope you are clear about the structure of ethane. Okay, after that, now we are going to see that structure of ethane contains 2 carbons, 4 hydrogens. 2 carbons, 4 hydrogens. Let us see. Electronic configuration of carbon is, directly I am writing excited state electronic configuration, 1s2, 2s1, 2p3. One is to 2s1, 2p3. Same way, another carbon hybridization also, electronic configuration, 1 is to 2s1, 2p3. Now, to explain this ethene molecule, in this carbon, 4 atomic orbitals are there, but all the 4 will not undergo hybridization. Then how they will undergo? See, one s orbital and 2 p orbitals will undergo sp2 hybridization only. If they undergo sp3 hybridization, ethane molecule will be formed, which was explained already. Again, how many times we have to explain that ethane molecule? Correct or not? Same ethane is present, okay. But parallelly, we have ethylene molecule also in the universe. Scientists found the molecule existence. Okay, then how we can explain the structure of this ethane? By considering carbon will undergo sp2 hybridization. In ethane we consider carbon will undergo sp3 hybridization. In the same way, here they considered carbon will undergo sp2 hybridization. Okay, let us see. This carbon also will undergo sp2 hybridization. sp2. How many orbitals are present before hybridization? 3. How many orbitals formed? How many orbitals are formed after hybridization? 3 orbitals only. Then one orbital is remained, that is called unhybridized p orbital. One orbital is remained without undergoing hybridization, that is called unhybridized p orbital. Okay, what is the use of that unhybridized p orbital we will see, but before that let us see what about the hybridized orbitals, how they are undergoing bond. Is it okay, ma'am? Now, previously, if carbon undergoes sp3 hybridization, we expected the structure tetrahedral. Okay, here this is undergoing sp2 hybridization. 3 orbitals are only there. If 3 orbitals are there, it will not get tetrahedral, it will get planar, trigonal planar. What is that? It will get trigonal planar. Then how can we explain? By using this ball and stick model. Let us see that one, all of you. This is planar. Carbon atom, hybrid orbitals are all in plane only. Like this it will be. Okay, ma'am. Just 1 second. Okay, see like this. This is one carbon with 3 orbitals which are present in plane. Like this. Okay, next. Same like this, another carbon which has 3 orbitals like that in the plane. Then these are about hybrid orbitals. They will come and they will form single bond. by complete overlapping. Between carbon and carbon we have single bond. Okay, see like this. This bond is formed by overlapping of sp2 hybrid orbital of first carbon and sp2 hybrid orbital of second carbon. This is formed by overlapping, complete overlapping only. This is sigma bond only. Okay, sigma bond only. sp2 hybrid orbital of first carbon and sp2 hybrid orbital of second carbon will undergo hybrid involvement overlapping to form sigma bond. This is involved in bond with hydrogen. This is also involved in bond with hydrogen. This is involved in bond with hydrogen. This is also involved in bond with hydrogen. Like that, it will get a planar molecule. Then we didn't forget one unhybridized p orbital is there, na? That unhybridized p orbital will be present above the plane and below the plane. So this is the planar molecule structure now. Then this unhybridized p orbital, how it will be present? It is present like this, above the plane. It is present like that, above the plane. Two carbons black colored, two hydrogens from one carbon, two hydrogens from another carbon, all are present in plane only. In plane. These pi bond, sigma, this is unhybridized p orbital of first carbon, unhybridized p orbital of second carbon. They will be involved in pi bond. Actually, these are not bent, they have to be in plane. Three carbon with three holes, it is not there. Then I will show on board clearly. Let us see. See carefully, all of you. First carbon contains three hybrid orbitals present in the plane only. These three are in plane only. Same way, next carbon also present with three hybrid orbitals in the plane only. In that, one hybrid orbital will be involved in bond with, this is sp2 hybrid orbital of second carbon, this is sp2 hybrid orbital of second carbon. They will be involved in bond to form sigma bond. Okay, remaining two are there. Those two are involved in bond with hydrogen. These two are also involved in bond with hydrogen. Okay, these are all in plane only. These are all in plane. Then what about unhybridized p orbital? Unhybridized p orbital will be present above the plane and below the plane. See, it is not possible to draw on board. That's why this slope I have drawn here and this slope I have drawn here. Actually, how it is present, one lobe will be above the plane, like this. Marker I am showing the direction. By using marker I am showing the direction above the plane, and the one will be below the plane. Same like this here also. This is unhybridized pz orbital above the plane and below the plane. Above the plane and below the plane. They have one electron, which are involved in pi bond. So pi bond is present above the plane. Remaining all carbons and hydrogens are present in the plane. So this is planar molecule. C2H4 is planar molecule. Okay, ma? Now I will show one thing. Let us imagine that this is the plane. Okay, in this plane carbon is present here, here another carbon, between them single bond is present. Okay, here hydrogen, here also hydrogen, here also hydrogen, here also hydrogen. Then one pi orbital will be present above the plane. Here also one pi orbital will be present above the plane. Between them pi bond is present like this. So if you see like this, pi bond is present above the plane. Remaining all carbons and hydrogens are present in the plane only. Okay, by using another direction also, I will show that one on diagram on board now. But before that, I hope you understood this one. Between carbon and carbon, which type of bond is present? Sigma bond only, but it is formed by sp2 sp2 overlapping with another sp2. Then between carbon and hydrogen, which bond is present? Sigma bond only, which is formed by sp2 hybrid orbital of carbon overlapped with s orbital of hydrogen. Like that, remaining 4 are like that only. One bond is present because of sp2 overlapped with sp2. Okay, this is the structure of ethene, which contains carbon-carbon double bond. Between carbon and carbon double bond is there. In that double bond, one is sigma bond and one is pi bond. I will show with the help of lines also. But before that, I hope you understood the structure of ethene. It is planar. How it is planar? While we are explaining the structure of molecule, we have to depend on sigma bonds only. Okay, all the sigma bonds are present in the plane, so this molecule is planar only. We could not consider the pi bonds to explain the structure of the molecule. We should not consider the pi bonds to explain the structure of the molecule. Okay, ma'am? This is the structure of ethene. Contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sigma bonds, 1 pi bond. 5 sigma bonds, 1 pi bond. Okay, no? This is the explanation. Now, for your understanding purpose, one more time, like this I am going to draw. That line representation is there. Now, that one in the plane, how the bonds will be present, and above the plane and below the plane, how unhybridized p orbitals will be present. That one I will show. Before that, draw this diagram neatly, all of you. Now, line representation also I am going to show that one. I hope you understood, everyone. If that carbon undergoes sp2 hybridization, we will get this ethene molecule. If carbon undergoes sp3 hybridization, we will get ethane molecule. Between two carbons I am taking now. Okay. Let us see. This ethene molecule, how we are going to show in a two-dimensional figure, two-dimensional board, but this is three-dimensional figure I am showing. Let us take this as plane. In the plane, we have carbon, carbon. This bond is formed due to sigma sp2 overlapped with sp2. This is formed due to sp2 overlapped due to hydrogen. Yes, here this one also, like that only. Next, hydrogen, hydrogen. These are all involved. These are all present in the plane. Carbons, 4 hydrogens are present in the plane. Unhybridized p orbital, unhybridized p orbital will be present above the plane and below the plane. This dotted way I am shown that one. Actually from above this is not visible. Like that, I think you understood the diagram. This one will be below the plane, this one will be above the plane. This is nothing but unhybridized pz orbital. Unhybridized pz orbital. In the same way, next carbon also contains unhybridized pz orbital above the plane and below the plane. These two are involved in pi bond. These two are involved in pi bond. I think this one is very clear. Now ethene is shown as C double bond C, H, 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 H. Sigma bond, this is pi bond. Remaining all are also sigma bonds only. This is the explanation about structure of ethene. Like this we expected the plane. We imagined the plane. Okay. These two are above the plane and below the plane. Remaining carbons and hydrogens are in the plane only. Okay. By this we completed ethene molecule. Next we will go to ethine. Structure of ethine. Okay, draw neatly, all of you. Ethine is also called as acetylene. Ethine is also called as acetylene. Formula C2H2. What is the formula? C2H2. Okay. Now, how we are going to explain the structure of ethine? We will see that one. Okay. Two carbons. Even acetylene also contains, acetylene or ethane contains two carbons only. Exactly shared electronic configuration of carbon 1s2, 2s1, 2p3. Same next carbon also 1s2, 2s1, 2p3. Here carbon will undergo sp hybridization. Sorry. One s orbital and one p orbital will undergo sp hybridization. Same. Here also carbon will undergo sp hybridization. Before undergoing hybridization, how many orbitals are there? Two orbitals. sp. Sorry. Number of orbitals before hybridization, 4 actually. In the 2 will undergo hybridization. If 2 undergo hybridization, after hybridization also will get 2 hybrid orbitals. Okay? Same like that here also. Number of orbitals undergoing hybridization will be 2. Then number of orbitals after hybridization also will be 2 only. Let us see. This is 1, this is 1. On first carbon. Same second carbon also. But by using one hybrid orbital, it is involved in sigma bond. The sigma bond is formed by sp orbital of first carbon atom overlapped with sp orbital of second carbon atom. Remaining two orbitals are unhybridized pz py orbitals. Before that, this one will undergo complete overlapping with hydrogen to form sigma bond. This one also will undergo complete overlapping with hydrogen to form sigma bond. Okay, then what about unhybridized p orbitals? Okay, ma? Let us see that one. That unhybridized p orbitals are py and pz. So py will be this one. In the plane only, but pz marker direction is there, na? I am showing that pz as like this. PZ, PZ, they are nearer, na? Like this they will undergo pi bond. Even PY, PY also they will undergo pi bond. So two pi bonds are present between two carbon atoms, one sigma bond. Okay, this is PY, this is PZ, this is PY, this is PZ. This one is sigma and this one also sigma. Between carbon and carbon, one sigma, two pi bonds are there. That sigma bond is formed by sp orbital of first carbon atom is involved in overlapping with sp orbital of second carbon atom. Pi bonds are formed by partial overlapping of py, py, pz, pz. Actually, pz orbitals are like this now, towards the plane, above the plane. These two will undergo pi bond. Above the plane like this, these two will undergo pi bond. Py, py, they will undergo pi bond. These two will undergo like this. These are perpendicular. Okay, no? This is the structure of ethine. Ethine is also called as acetylene. Okay? Line representation we will see in next class. Okay? Today, what are the things we have studied? Those are structure of methane, CH4, structure of C2H6, ethane, structure of ethene, C2H4, structure of ethane, C2H2. Two hydrogens are here, two carbons are here. Okay, no? By this we completed the structures, but line representation of C2H2 is there. That one we will see in next class. Okay, that is about today's class. I hope you understood everyone. If you have any small doubt also, please immediately inform to me. Okay, even I will send animated videos also how these structures are present. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Have a nice day.